to the NHAI. And with respect to this, LOA is already issued, and we will be forming the SPV, and post that we will be executing the concession agreement for the same.
Good morning. Let's just get a sense of the kind of order flow that you have lined up for the year ahead on IRB Infra.
So I think whatever the visibility of the order book we have, I think NHAI, there is almost 1.45 trillion, that is 1,45,000 crores worth of project to be awarded. And out of that, roughly 85,000 crores worth of project is in the priority list. Out of that, roughly 40,000 crores is on BOT. Probably we will be eyeing for the BOT, TOT, and HAM in the same order of the preference. Because for BOT and TOT, it is getting executed through private InvIT, where IRB infused the 51% equity and balanced by the GIC.
What is your breakup on TOT, BOT and HAM?
I think first priority will be on BOT and TOT, and followed by HAM, because the competition in HAM is very high. And in fact, there was very slow award in terms of HAM or EPC project is concerned. We do not participate in EPC, but the preference is BOT, TOT, and HAM is the last preference.
Anil, what are margins like? I know BOT margins are much healthier at about 80-85%. Margins on this new project that's been bagged, and overall blended margins for IRB?
I think we have to look at the two segments. We operate, as you rightly mentioned, BOT has very healthy margin of 80-85%. Construction has, excluding the other income, around 20-22% kind of margin. So thus, both the segment, we believe that the margin in future will continue. And as the raw material prices is softening, probably we see 100-150 basis point improvement in margin as far as construction is concerned.
And Anil, let's talk about business a little bit more. Quarter 3 and Quarter 4 seasonally good quarters for the business. What is, and I'm not asking for a guidance, but tell me, how is business looking, and what is the sort of growth that we can expect in terms of revenue?
Well, I think probably our revenue largely as far as EBITDA is concerned, 2/3 EBITDA comes from the BOT business. And BOT toll numbers we give a monthly basis. So if you look at the last month number also, we have seen a roughly 20% increase in growth in the toll collection. And I think the latter part of this financial year, typically the H2 is better than H1. So that growth momentum should continue in the coming months as well. Probably we'll see a very healthy Q3 and Q4 on backdrop of this the growth in the toll collection. Further, we have added Hyderabad ORR, where the full impact is visible, will be visible in the second half of this financial year.
So fair to assume 20% growth on top line, looking at those monthly toll collection numbers, at least for that business?
Yes, I think this year definitely yes. In fact, we should be able to do better in coming months. And next year also, as we have bagged these two projects, those will be starting from the next financial year. Probably next year also around 15 to 20% growth we will see in the toll business.
Also, Fastag is now become compulsory. How much of your business is coming from there, and what is the upside we can expect from Fastag?
I think the Fastag collection is 95 to 97% revenue is on Fastag. That has definitely improved the overall efficiency and the experience of the customer as well. And going forward, I think as government is pushing that there will be a double fee if you do not have a valid Fastag, so probably slowly we will see gradually that this number will be further improving.
You know, when you spoke to us in the quarter, you had indicated that December, Jan is when, the big order wins start coming through. We've also got elections in a few months from now. Expecting by Jan, most order wins should have, ceased. Are we expecting any more order wins in the next couple of weeks? Anything that you're close to, grabbing, if I may say? Anything that you bid for and waiting on?
I think we have already had a order of around 18,000. We have visibility for next 2.5 years. As of now, as I have discussed, that there is an opportunity already there on the portal of the NHI. As and when those will be coming, we will be participating those bids. As of now, we don't have any project bidded where the bid is expected to be opened in near future. So all the projects where we have bidded, those bids have already opened.
Anil, also, I think it was a couple of years ago, the company had indicated monetization plans for its non-core assets. Any sort of update on that? Where do things stand? I know your non-core portfolio is not massive, but nevertheless worth a mention. And any sort of news on promoters increasing the stake, buying stake in the real estate piece?
With respect to non-core, as you rightly mentioned, non-core contributes less than 1% of the total asset size. And we have a plan that at appropriate time, we will be monetizing those assets. And once we will have some firm plan, definitely we would love to share with the investor and even with you people.
I just want to get a sense on your outlook on toll collections. You've projected a 20% growth in toll collections in H2. Are you seeing an increase in prices as well, toll prices? And what would that projection be for the next 1 year period?
I think toll collection in India increases from 1st April every year, unless until you do not see some kind of completion or some asset is getting added. So there the toll collection gets revised from 1st April every year. And we expect the revision has happened from 1st April 2023. Next revision is due on 1st April 24. And this year we are expecting this around 15 to 20% growth. And next year as well, we are expecting a similar kind of growth for the FY25 as well.
Right. It's exciting. Thank you very much, Anil. It was great talking to you. That's the view coming in from IRB Infra. They've recently bagged a pretty significant order from NHAI. Toll collections for the month have looked pretty good. The second half of the year usually garners well for companies like IRB Infra. They are looking at a growth of over 20% in toll collection and, of course, looking to build out their BOT business aggressively given the kind of margins that vertical does witness and see. Well, the stock isn't doing very much in today's trade. But remember, there was a little bit of a reaction we saw yesterday. So what you're seeing today is somewhat of profit booking, but clearly there is a recovery that's playing out on that counter as we speak. It's off the day's low point at least. In the meantime, the markets are having a quiet Tuesday morning. It pretty much looks like the bulls have taken a bit of a break. No significant levels are being tested just yet on the index. Bank Nifty as well, trading sub 48,000, but not too bad, if I may say. 0.3% off on Bank Nifty. Broader markets, though, looking pretty good. Tamanna, it's a day on expected lines. I mean, I think we're playing to script today. Right. But anything that's catching your attention, so any sort of buying that's coming in the last few minutes?
Two stories that have broken in the last hour or so, which I think we should quickly address and see what's happening there. One is with SpiceJet, and let me start first with what's happening with the SpiceJet stock. So on NDTV Profit, we broke the story that SpiceJet is one of the two bidders who wants to make a play for the assets of Go Air, the beleaguered airline that has now been grounded for several months. That has been confirmed now after NDTV Profit broke that story. That stock is about 6% up. The question that we're going to delve into in a more detailed report also later in the day is whether SpiceJet has the wherewithal financially or is in a position to actually take on GoFirst assets. And very quickly, I also want to talk about Zee Entertainment, the other story that has broken in the last couple of hours. It was a newspaper report, but confirmed by Sony that they are not keen on accepting the request by Zee to extend the deadline for their merger. The question of whether Puneet Goenka will continue to run the company or not still is a bone of contention. That stock 4% down. We're taking a very short break, but stay tuned. A lot more coming up on the other side. Remain and stay with NDTV Profit.